Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and it seems like I've got high authority that we've got somebody here whose last name is Jenkins and is going to talk about maybe a number of different things and a brand new company that's come here to Sportswire Radio in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters here. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about because we are just now days away from a one-day melee, and boy, tonight might be that definition of, well, a one-night melee. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about maybe a brand new Eternal champion. We're going to talk about maybe a world champion and maybe a man that is getting a shot at that our guest, well, he basically used maybe some of his higher powers to go and beat him. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the journey of this company here in the Rust Belt state, which is maybe not too far away or a stone's throw away, you might even want to say, from, well, some different people and some different companies that we've had on here in the past. And we'll get to know our guests and kind of the irony. We're going to have a guy come on here whose last name is Jenkins that's going to talk about maybe a guy whose last name is Jackson who kind of just, well, let's just say threw away some of the family legacy at this Wasp Battle Royal. No, not to be confused with the band Wasp. We're not going to talk about headless children here. I promise you, we're not going to do that. But I know that our guest hasn't been here before. You know, we do things a little differently here on Sportswire Radio, and I see that there's some people here in this chat, and some will be arriving later on here, but we will certainly give you that introduction that so many different people have gotten. In the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rocked, baby, because, well, my chat is waiting for it. I even see some faces that are familiar that I haven't seen, and maybe they're going to hear the intro for the first time. And you, sir, I'm going to give you all of my higher power to get this show on the road here on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show, a man that is 15 times, that's right, 15 times, an EWA heavyweight champion of the world and going strong since 1998. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for his name is simply put a man with higher authority. Hubie. Jenkins. My friend, how are we doing?
Well, hey, Pleasure being on here with you.
Yeah.
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah, they do say that in talk radio. And funny enough, I actually am in news talk radio. I do a show once a week here in New York where we talk about local and sometimes national politics. So I'm definitely very familiar with that as somebody that's taken and screen calls. I have heard that quite a bit. So nice sports talk radio reference there. But great to meet you. It's certainly an honor. And I know a lot of people are going to be wondering who you are and what we have here. I also want to say hello to one of my buddies that is up here at 2:35 in the morning. And I haven't seen him on here, Mr. Sportzwire himself, the one and only Brad Coleman. And maybe that's a segue to bring him back onto the platform. I'll talk to him when we're off the air. But it's about you. It's all about you, Hubie Jenkins. And it was funny how I kind of quoted Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott here in the intro, but yet you come out to Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin. But
that's right.
I know a lot about it. But I've been featured in blabbermouth.net, the heavy metal version of Rolling Stone. But we're not here about that. We are here about the EWA. And Hubie Jenkins, for those that are listening here on Sportswire Radio in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage here, talk about what's next for you coming up at One Day Melee.
Well, at One Day Melee, I'm coming out of that semi-retirement. I have a match here and there, but when somebody blatantly disrespects me, like one Carlos Jackson, sometimes you got to lace up them boots again and come out there and got to teach that young kid a lesson.
Well, he certainly, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
See, he basically, it goes back since maybe even before he was born, before, when he's in diapers, his uncle, one of my trainers, somebody who helped me along, Chuck Jackson.
Okay.
Basically, my trainer was a man, a great individual by the name of Barry Sagittarius, who was kind of like Chuck Jackson's right-hand man. Mm-hmm. So when I got done training, Chuck not only did everything he could to book me in his federation, which is WASP, he gave me trainees to use. He even did a couple of the shows in EWA himself personally. So he looked out for me along the way. Never, not a bad thing, not a bad word to say about the guy. Then I get introduced to his nephews, Carlos Jackson and DJ Storm. And these guys, I don't know where these young little punks with their disrespect. Just, I guess they're just jealous of what his uncle accomplished or whatnot. But anyway, they had a T-shirt that said Chuck Jackson with the big X through it. They thought they were cute. Takes off that T-shirt, stomps it in the ground, and then proceeds to kick that sweaty T-shirt. And I'm telling you, this guy's back here is like a fern. It was like drenched, landed right on my head. Ooh. Do you think I got an apology? Do you think I got an I'm sorry? No. He laughed in my face after he did it.
Ooh. And
that's just disrespect, that I would have never have shown Chuck Jackson, let alone any of my other EWA athletes.
Sure. And you know what he meant to you and so many others. Obviously, EWA was a WWA, if I'm not mistaken, at one time.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. But, I mean, you say that certainly DJ Storm and Carlos Jackson are brand new Eternal Champion, aren't exactly quite respecting their elders. And, I mean, but if they're right now running roughshod right now as the Cleveland Wrecking Crew, do they have to respect their elders? I mean, they seem to be right now pulling all the strings right now and giving you some problems. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. For the rookies, they've come an incredible amount of way in the past 10, 11 months. And usually it's, the time of tradition. You win your first ever Eternal Championship. That's like, climbing the ladder. And usually they show a little more gratitude. I mean, is what I would expect. But if that's not what their prerogative is, I guess then there's really nothing I could do about it except kind of get them in the ring and teach them some manners.
Well, I mean, you're going to try to do that, but I mean, you're the guy that's supposed to be with this high authority. You have this higher power that should be able to do that. Maybe they just feel that the way you go about things, maybe they don't respect the way you come across out there, and they feel that, you know what, we don't need you, and maybe that's kind of how they feel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a couple skeletons in the closet there, so I wouldn't, necessarily argue that, but
You
I
talked
really can't.
about, yeah, go ahead.
No, I really can't
Put your
talk for
tongue.
them. All I know is
Sure.
just I would expect more because of how their uncle treated me and like
Well,
the tutelage he gave me and just all the help he gave me. I would just
well,
expect more to them like he did.
well, before I segue back into them, you talked about their uncle, Chuck Jackson. Obviously, we saw the Wasp Battle Royal. I'll put that up here in a few minutes. I put up your most recent match against, well, the other member of the Cleveland Wrecking Crew, Mr. DJ Storm. And what did Uncle Chuck Jackson mean to you then in establishing your own career, and certainly what we have today here in EWA?
I mean, he meant a lot to me. He basically booked my wrestlers when other promotions wouldn't book them at first. He gave me trainees that were young to the business, and they're some of them literally indie wrestling champions in the area, big
Sure.
promotions. And he just always gave me advice. Always never wanted to squash me, even though he could have. Never wanted to. Always gave me matches that were intriguing to me. When other promotions would be like, okay, well, you're just going to get squashed in 30 seconds. He would be like, I want to use you right. I want you to wrestle, some of your guys.
Yeah. He wanted you to learn. He wanted you to become something. The only way to learn, wrestling, there's a term I've been using. I've been doing this for 6.5 years, and wrestling's like an apprenticeship. So really the only way you learn is by passing down the knowledge and the skills. And certainly Chuck did those things. And that's kind of how you've hung in and come back. And you talked about the fact that you've returned to the ring after a semi-retirement. And I guess you want to teach these young whippersnappers that the old man still has it, I suppose.
I like to think I do, not covering up your limitations, but
Well, this is a common thing on my platform right now. There's certain guys, in fact, 2 guys on my last show I had on here. I think one of them is in my chat. You might even know him. He's from your state. And they're kind of going through the same thing here right now in the underground circuit. Certainly some may not want to respect their elders. But it's kind of funny because this has been a topic here on the platform over the past year where it's this new generation of talent, this new generation, and they feel that maybe guys like you and others have just been holding them down and just holding spots that they shouldn't. And they're trying to take this out on you, and you're trying to be smart here like a veteran, your most recent match. And I mean, certainly some interesting tactics, and maybe they don't like your tactics to start out this match here, Mr. Authority Hubie Jenkins.
Yeah, I've known to pull a shortcut or two. When you're middle-aged and when it's 90-some degrees outside, you got to kind of do what you got to do.
Well, that's true, too. I'll give you that much. I was speaking with one wrestler off the air yesterday, and he was telling me it was 103 degrees where he was about to wrestle. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe we'll hope for some cooler weather in a few weeks. But is that all it's about, that you feel you want more? So what do you want from the Cleveland Wrecking Crew? What exactly? You're here right now. You're here in prime time. You're here on the brightest lights. You're here promoting not only EWA but yourself. But what do you want from these guys?
Just to take the advice, take the initiative, and I kind of want to mentor them like their uncle mentored me.
That's they don't think they even respect their uncle. I mean, we saw what Carlos Jackson spit. He spit on that. He spit on that legacy at the most recent show we saw here on EWA TV, where he won the Eternal Championship. So, I mean, if they don't even respect what their uncle has done in this sport, who's to say they're going to listen to you? They may do worse because you're going to be, well, not only you're standing across the apron from Mr. Storm, well, you still have somebody in your sights in our Eternal Champion and Carlos Jackson.
Yeah, he's the one who kicked the T-shirt in my face and then laughed about it. Well, they both laughed about it, but He's the one who actually did the deed.
Dirty deeds.
And now I finally get my shot at him at One Day Melee 18. August 17th.
Well, 17, 18, it's all going to come to a head nevertheless. And, I mean, so you're back here at EWA. EWA is obviously returned here. It's got quite a legacy, quite a history. But maybe sometimes that the younger talents, they want to create their own path. They want to go out there and do it their way. And maybe they feel because of the success that they've had as rookies that they don't need it. Yeah. They don't need you.
Getting to their head, yes.
Yeah. What do you
think they're above and beyond already where I got to try to knock them down a peg.
And right now you're getting knocked down pretty hard on that mat as we're watching your most recent match against DJ Storm, one half of the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. And if you're here right now, do me a favor. Go hit that sub button for the EWA. I know it's a long link, but just copy and paste it onto your browser, onto your phone, or if you're watching us right now, go over and hit that sub button for them. They just crossed the 100 subscriber milestone, and I'm going to get them some more subscribers. So please support them. We're here with the man himself, the higher authority, Hubie Jenkins, and he'll certainly need some maybe a higher love, to quote Steve Winwood. Maybe he was around when Steve Winwood did that song. But in the meantime, we're here with Mr. Jenkins. But yeah, I mean, they don't seem like right now to need your advice because DJ Storm is, well, he's got you outside the ring.
Oh, yeah, you're watching that, huh?
We have it on the screen. We're live, man. We're live. I mean, we're showing the world. We're showing the world. I mean, I'm going to talk about some other things in a minute, but this is your most recent match, and obviously he's showing the world that he's learned quite a bit, and he's moving pretty well in the ring, and he's taking it to you, you know?
Yeah, I'll give him all the credit in the world. They do have the ability. They do have incredibly fast picking this stuff up.
And maybe they've got it. Well, they've, in one sense, whether they admit it or not, they've got it in the genes. I mean, if their uncle was such an important force, a driving force in the Ohio wrestling circuit, well, and whether they want to admit it or not, they've got his genes,
They literally tell me they could their first memories of wrestling shows with their uncle. So, so I could understand that.
Sure. And maybe
that's such fond memories, and that's how they treat them. I just don't get it.
I see it all the time here on my platform. I can't tell you enough how many wrestlers I've had on here, and this has been a topic. This was a huge topic in the underground last year, and I see one guy on here that is in the chat that he knows firsthand, but guys feel like that they should do it their way. It's also a big thing in music right now where, not, for example, Eddie Van Halen's son is Wolfgang Van Halen. He's gone out there and he's made his own path. He's created his own legacy for himself. He hasn't gone out there and created his father's music. He's gone and had his own band, and he's just gone out there and done it the way he wants to. And we see this in wrestling too. We see it anywhere in life. People sometimes feel that they don't want to be in the footsteps or in the shadows of Chuck Jackson. I mean, we see it almost in any walk of life, really. So maybe that's the way that they feel that they want to go about it. And the way they're going about it so far is from their lenses that they may surpass what their uncle has done, as crazy as that sounds.
I'd also say they also have a problem with one of our other wrestlers, Joe Payne.
Yeah.
We'll say that Joe Payne is a kind of nerdy individual.
Yeah.
And both of them kind of like to pick on him and bully him around, which I don't find right.
How does that make you feel? I mean, how does, a lot of people don't like bullies. How does that make you feel that they're picking on and they're causing significant pain to Joe Payne? And
just targeting Joe Payne. That's what really, that was never anything that I ever did in the wrestling industry.
No.
Their uncle never did.
Well, maybe they just
see Joe Payne. I guess they see Joe Payne as an easy target.
Well, you know what? And in wrestling, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You know that everybody is in it for themselves. And if there's one way to eliminate the competition, if he's slim, easy pickings, I guess why not?
They also had they had their EWA Spectacular match where both of them had to do a gauntlet match to beat Joe Payne. They just one or the other. Both of them.
By any means necessary. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
By any means necessary. I mean, I'm with you. I've never been a fan of bullies. Nobody likes them, but in this sport, look, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and by any means necessary. And I tell you what, he's moving pretty good right now on you, and that was a nice frog splash from the top rope, and you were very lucky to kick out from that there. I'll tell you what, his psychology, what he's been doing in the ring, his versatility, he's learning. I'll tell you that much.
Yes, I like I said, I can't take away from their ability. I can't take away from how they're picking it up.
Well, you're picking him up right now.
In the ring.
Definitely twirling him around there, and you're twirling him round and round and round the merry-go-round.
Yes.
And to quote Rat, round and round. And he's going to definitely be dizzy from that. And you're going to keep going. Yep.
And 10 years ago, that would have been my go-to move, and I would have been the one who was, not as dizzy.
Well, age is catching up
now. A little older, a little.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see.
Backfired on me a little bit.
Yeah, Father Time is definitely catching up to you there, and that wasn't as wise a move. That wasn't it's another thing. Veterans sometimes maybe don't know their limits, and you're trying some high aerial work. You are the higher authority, but you didn't quite have the higher power there to get that. And DJ Storm now has got you in a submission. He's got you by the ropes. He's wearing you down, and I'll tell you what, you got your work cut out for you going into one-day melee, man.
All it took was one mistake, and then he just pounced on it.
It's been a topic my last couple of weeks. Veteran guys that you think would know better. You're a 20-plus year veteran in our sport, and you're getting worn down. Look at his nice little drop kick there. I mean, he's working it, man. He's working you. He's wearing you down. I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, right now, you're down and out. Almost sounds like Achilles' Last Stand from Led Zeppelin. You come out to Led Zeppelin, and that is that blues, because you're feeling the blues right there, because that Cleveland Wrecking Crew just wrecked you, and that's all she wrote.
Right. I couldn't take the effects of that airplane spin.
Yeah, and well, maybe you're twirling him around, going round and round. Well, you obviously should know your limitations. And well, DJ Storm, even for good use, for good measure, well, he got you down and kicked you a little more, and you're going to feel that. I hope you use that, sir. I'm going to respect you as an elder, because I know you are my elder, but I hope for your sake, sir, that you use this and use tonight as motivation going into next weekend.
Oh, yeah, I definitely got a game plan. Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
You better,
Jackson.
Well, you better. You really better. You listen, because I see some other wrestlers here that are veterans, and they're giving you advice, and you're supposed to be our elder statesman. But we have another link here, which is the more proper link. So hit the sub button for the EWA, and they are the Entertainment Wrestling Alliance, and we certainly want to make sure that there's more of that to come your way. So do me a favor, please hit the sub button for them, and we'd appreciate that. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. We're here with Hubie Jenkins. All right, so you obviously don't like these guys. You obviously have unfinished business with them. But, you did have a victory over a man that's challenging for our EWA World Championship in Robert Scott. And, how do you feel about Robert Scott? You got a victory over him, and we know that he's got a world title shot here coming up soon.
Yep, I got the big EWA spectacular victory over Mr. Scott. Mr. Robert Scott, by the way.
Yes.
And he'll be the first one to correct you, believe me.
Yeah,
he kept sneaking in the powder. Well, he had a trick up my sleeve. I hit him with the powder before he could.
Well, that's why you are the veteran. Listen, you used your veteran experience for something good.
So, yeah, he won our Domination Elimination Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you have 4 first-round matches. The winners of those go to a fatal 4-way final, elimination style. Winner of that gets a shot at the EWA Championship. I don't agree how he did it. He was a substitute for the injured Misery Graves.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't decide to get into the match until everybody else was eliminated, which technically is illegal. Morally, I would disagree, but technically in the EWA rulebook is allowed.
Well, listen, you should know better than anybody in wrestling. Listen, I mean, if it's There's no asterisks. There's no,
Yeah.
well, you get a do-over. You know that better than anybody. You know, you're in this game for 27 years, sir.
But yeah, no woulda, coulda, shoulda.
There's no woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's no asterisks. There's no, well, can we do it over again? No. That's just how it goes. But do you feel like maybe you're entitled to a title shot? Certainly if Mr. Scott won and you beat him, and is that something that's, go ahead, talk to me.
Oh, well, I'd always love a title shot. Don't get me wrong, but being being only a part-time wrestler, I really don't feel like I would have to prove myself. I'd have to climb that mountain again. I don't want to have nepotism myself, where it's like, oh, I should deserve a title shot.
Yeah.
I think our EWA champion Kenny Ice Collins is amazing.
Yes. Well, and by the way, what a face-off that they had after Scott won the tournament there, when he won that and after the finals. I mean, that's why you want to hit that sub button for the EWA Central, and join the Facebook group. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be a war there. Kenny Ice Collins was livid. I mean, he was fired up. His middle name may be Ice, but he had plenty of fire.
Exactly. And cooler on the other side of the pillow, as Stu Scott would say. He was like calmest, chillest dude you know. But man, so when you get him fired up,
yep,
you did something wrong.
So obviously you're watching that, but you're back here part time, and why just part time?
Just nagging injuries. During the summer we're doing an event every other week. And I'll give all the guys due credit. I can't believe some of these guys are not only they're happy about it, they encourage it. They're like, yes, no, we shouldn't take a weekend off. We should do it 2-3 times a month. I could not keep up with this schedule. So I applaud all the guys who are.
Well, but you still have things that you want to do. You have things that you obviously look to. And there's some other things that you don't agree with in EWA. There's some other groups I know that have also been bullying others around, not just the Cleveland Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a couple of those as well.
And how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that all these groups are just trying to throw their weight around,
Well, we got some guys who are, trying to battle that, trying to fight the good fight, as we should say. We got some guys that are also very, very intimidating, to say the least. So I applaud them, because a guy like Shade or a guy like Backwoods Zook, I would not. You kind of try to avoid them in the locker room, we'll say.
But I mean, right now, I mean, there needs to be justice. I mean, a man like you, with your experience and being a veteran, and maybe you can help that out and trying to bring some law and order here to the EWA, because it seems like right now the inmates are running the asylum. What else is new? It seems.
I'm trying. We got Joe Payne, the lovable nerd himself. He's trying. We got Zach Riot, longtime EWA veteran.
Zach Riot had his own issues. Who you talked about.
Yeah, they he had to try to do an extra match during Domination, which kind of backfired, because then he lost in the finals. He was just injured. He was just barely medically cleared to wrestle. And all the credit in the world, he went out there, but he just couldn't pull it off. He has won the Domination tournament before, so I know he can, but just not at 100%. When Mr. Robert Scott just kind of struts in, not a bead of sweat on his forehead.
Well, he knows what. You know what? Listen, Robert Scott knows what he needs to do to win. What he's doing is he wants in his sights that EWA championship. He wants to be the man, and he's going to do it in his mind what he feels is right to get him there. And he obviously wants to take that away from Kenny Ice Collins.
And a crafty vet as well. He's been at this game longer than me, so.
And he's been able to adjust. And sometimes what a good veteran does, whether it's in wrestling, whether it's in music, whether it's in entertainment, is you've got to be a chameleon. You've got to adapt. And what Robert Scott has done, Mr. Robert Scott, what he's done here, for those that are listening and watching on Sportzwire Radio, is he's been able to adapt like any good chameleon. And that's why he's here looking within sight of that EWA championship. And he's certainly giving you some fits right now.
And, there's a couple guys on the indie scene around here who exactly just are older and they didn't adjust, and you could kind of tell.
Yeah.
A guy like Robert Scott has adjusted.
And that's why Robert Scott is here, and he's wrestling multiple matches, and he wants that EWA championship, and I don't blame him. He wants the prize that he is here in Ohio, and that's why everybody needs to follow the EWA and hit that sub button for me. And I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see guys on this platform one day want to come to the EWA. I mean, you guys are in Ohio. I mean, you guys are near certainly places like Columbus and maybe Bremen and Cleveland and Michigan, other places, and you're Bronco bustering Mr. Robert Scott, and I hope for your sake you can do that to Carlos Jackson.
Oh, the shove my crotch in that guy's face. I just don't take it the wrong way, but I that will knock him down the peg.
I'm not, but you certainly did that, and a veteran, Mr. Robert Scott, putting his hand on the ropes there. Very smart move from the veteran. But obviously, there's no question that maybe people out there might want to show up here to the EWA. Let me ask you a question. What are your goals here coming up in the immediate future?
It's funny you should mention that, because I was waiting to get on Sportzwire to announce this, but...
all right, I'm listening.
Okay, so we actually made a deal with the NEO Sports Plaza and the EFW Dojo to hold some events there.
Wait a minute. Repeat that again. Let me, because this sounds pretty big. This sounds like you know something. So repeat that again for the audience.
So we made a deal. We're going to be running some shows during the winter months out of the EFW Dojo. That's one of the biggest indie wrestling promotions here in Northeast Ohio. And we're going to be wrestling in their dojo.
Wow. And that's going to take place starting later this year. That's going to take place certainly in maybe November, December, and into next year. That's a big deal.
Right. Made an agreement with such legends as the Vanilla Gorilla, Nick Bashir.
Yeah.
Kano.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Literally a former wrestler in ROH. Yep.
Wow.
And they're going to be gracious enough to let us rent out their spot where they run their events. That's going to bring EWA to Cleveland. Wrestled multiple cities are in the Northeast Ohio area, but this will be the first time we're doing an event in Cleveland.
Whoa,
the actual city of Cleveland.
Cleveland is the home, by the way, of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
that's
now,
right.
In the winter months, it's going to be home of the EWA. I mean, so forget about, what the Cavs are going to do this year.
Yeah.
Forget about whatever the Browns can find a way with the quarterback. Forget about all that. It's what we're going to all be talking about here on this platform in the colder months, although I hope it doesn't come too soon, is the EWA is coming to Cleveland. Cleveland definitely rocks, and there's no doubt that the EWA is going to help that. Boy, that is a huge announcement, and congratulations. That's
Thank you. Yes.
A big announcement. Big deal there.
Yes, we're very excited. We've been in negotiations with them, and I finally made it official sometime last week, but I was waiting to get on the podcast to share it to the world.
You know what? We'll make sure that we get that clip specifically out there for the world. And congratulations to yourself and all of the locker room. I know it's going to be a big thing, and maybe it'll motivate you to get some law and order here coming up in the EWA. But let me get to some people here in the chat. The chat, there's a lot of people that want to talk to you. I want to get to them, get to their opinions. Plus, I got something for you. For you. So I got a little something for you. So the hits just keep on coming.
Okay.
We are here on Sportswire Radio. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, and if you're here right now for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the sub button for me, and hit the sub button for the EWA. And there's a guy, now, this guy here right now, he's commenting first. He's from your state. Now, he's another veteran, another elder statesman. He is a guy that hosted the first two Summer Bashes, which was this big event that was bringing a lot of people together in different places. Yeah. His name is Darkron. He's a legend. Obviously, we call him the Underground OG. And this is a man that's been at it since 1999, and he's actually first here. I mean, have you heard of this man? Do you know anything about him? He's from.
I definitely saw about the 2-day event that they were having.
Yeah. Did you want to show up? Did you thought about maybe, being a part of it, or but maybe you want to talk to this guy right now? Because this guy, he lives in your state. He's near Columbus. I wonder if maybe you guys are neighbors, or maybe you want to exchange, pleasantries, and maybe he would be a veteran that could help you to deliver maybe some swift justice to some of these young whippersnappers that seem to be giving you problems.
And I'm always trying to find some of the younger guys' spots to get experience. I personally am very limited on where I'm wrestling and how much I'm wrestling, but I'm also the first one to be a top-notch cameraman for somebody. So I would be definitely willing to volunteer my services in that aspect.
Or maybe a guy like Mr. Kron could maybe help you in the EWA. How about that idea? He's in your state.
I'd love to have people come in and maybe show some of these guys respect.
And this is the kind of guy that's been dealing with this right now. He's been dealing with it in his new home company, ROEW, for the past year. He's been dealing with younger talents that have been giving him problems. He's a veteran. He's a man that people command respect from. He's a man that people respect. He's had certainly many battles outside the ring to come back here inside the ring. And he is somebody that if he's in your company, I am sure maybe that can even the odds a little bit for you. And dealing with this Cleveland Wrecking Crew, maybe this is a guy that you can get on the phone and say, Mr. Kron, you're the Underground OG. You're an absolute legend. I hear you live in Bremen, Ohio, nearby. Maybe you want to show up here to EWA and help me out. Maybe since you are the higher authority, I mean, maybe you could get on the phone here because, I could do it for you. You want me to call him? I could call him up right now.
I mean, I'm always looking for backup. I'm always looking for interested wrestlers. I'm always looking for people who are willing to train. We do free training here. Mm-hmm. So we do that, a couple times a month.
Yeah.
So we call it the Eternal Academy, which people like DJ Storm and Carlos Jackson have come up from. So we also would love to have veterans, people who know the ropes already.
This is a man
and anywhere in between.
And this is a man that has put over 2 decades into this sport. This is a man that lives in your home state. And this is a man that is an Underground OG. And he hosted the first 2 summer bashes, which were these big super shows that brought many wrestlers from this platform together. So,
okay. Yeah, I did see that.
And I would have him at the top of my list if I was in your shoes, and I would make sure that, I can get a hold of him for you if you like. He seems to like me. I'm not sure why, but I can call his people if you like.
Sure, yeah, have his people get a hold of my people.
I will certainly do that there, and we'll say hello to him. We'll come back. Hello there. Obviously, maybe somebody you know. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please hit the sub button for us. And also, there is my buddy Brad Coleman, Mr. Sportswire. I mean, I've known him for 4 years and haven't seen him in a while. And thank you for being up this late in the UK. And we'll talk about it off the air. And there is the man, Mr. Robert Scott. I am intrigued with what Hubie has to say. He's here.
Mr. Scott?
Yeah,
Mr. Robert Scott, sorry.
Here.
I don't want him to yell at me about that.
Well, almost kind of like, remember Beautiful Bobby Eaton? Well, he's the almost Mr. Robert Scott, almost like the gentleman Robert Scott. I mean, that's what he is. And he's intrigued with what you have to say. And we'll see what he has to say because we have a lot more comments. Zilla is here. Zilla is my number one. She is my number one until Darkron came on here tonight and was the first comment. But very nice to meet you, Hubie. And if you really want to help Hubie, I can't stress this enough. Please hit the sub button for the EWA. They have a YouTube page with 100+ subscribers. I want to see everybody give them a subscriber notification for your phone. Hit the sub button. Have your friends tell their friends. Just do it. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. They are the EWA, and they're not going to be running out of a major arena coming up in Cleveland. Thank you, Princess Jade. We appreciate you, and she'll be happy to know that I don't know, is it her cousin? Her cousin Felix Jones is here Monday night, who's another young star, but he's in the IMF, and I think he and Darkrai. I don't know how I don't think they see eye to eye right now. But bring Felix Jones in too. Bring them all in. But hit the sub button for the EWA.
Okay, and I want to make another announcement too. I was kind of holding off to the end for this one, but it kind of ties into all this.
Okay, I'm waiting for it because I got some comments. Go ahead.
Okay, so you talk about trying to find these OG underground wrestlers to try to help me out.
Yeah.
There is one, you might know him. He goes by the name of Korn.
Yeah.
He has agreed to be in the EWA.
Yeah, I actually have news for you. That's him. That's him.
Okay.
That's Darkron. Yeah, it's Kron. Not Korn's a great band. I mean, I they're a wonderful band, but it's
Darkron. Okay.
Yeah, Darkron. Yeah, I mean,
and Forsaken as well.
That's Matthew Forsaken, and and my advice is don't have them travel together because they're wrestling each other right now in a dog collar match coming up. So whatever you do, make sure that one guy travels in another car and the other one travels.
Okay, yeah, I know all about him then. Then okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is the guy. Yeah, his name is.
I was watching a steel cage match the other day.
Yeah, he wrestled in a steel cage match a few years ago at Summer Bash. He wrestled another one a few months ago.
It was a few months ago. Yeah, that's the one I've been showing all my guys.
And Il Drago, who was here Friday night. So yeah, it's his Darkron. Yeah, Korn's a great band. I mean, definitely, Untouchable. Definitely, Life is Peachy. But life will be peachy for you because Darkron, you've just announced. There you go. And Matthew Forsaken.
Him and Forsaken.
What we're all Forsaken. Congratulations.
They're going to be wrestling at our big show at Throwmania. All those according, of course, but that's what I'm in talks with.
Well, I can't wait to talk more about the EWA because if Darkron and Matthew Forsaken are in here, I'm talking about this regularly because, well, these guys, they built my platform. I wouldn't have 1,500 plus subscribers if it wasn't for them and a few others that are here in my chat, which I'll announce in a few minutes. So,
okay, yeah, I'm actually
Matthew Forsaken coming in here. Boy, the floodgates are open.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah, I know all about them. I've been watching a lot of their videos. And our main talent's got there, Sugar Daddy Mo.
Yeah.
He's been watching a lot of them as well.
I know these guys. I've had them on here many times, and I know them personally and very personally. I've actually seen Mr. Kron's home from his stream here, and thank you. I've still got it with the intros. Yeah, I still got it. King's ex frontman Doug Pinnock said I'll sound like James Hetfield one day, but we'll leave that at that. Hello to everybody. Thank you so much. Ox McCoy is here. He is the IMF Hardcore Champion, and he's been in a locker room with Mr. Dark Kron. Don't call him Korn because he may not be a Korn. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
you may hear about this one.
Yeah, good band though. But we'll leave that at that. Hello to everybody. Hit the sub button for the EWA, and a buddy. Here he goes. A buddy that disrespects that these kids show us elders is insane nowadays. He's a veteran himself. He's an elder, and he agrees with you. I'm not surprised. Yeah,
I promised Uncle Chuck I'd take care of his nephews. Yeah. And for them to treat me like this is disappointing.
Well, they don't need you. They don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Good enough. We'll get to some more comments. Plus, I want to give you something. Hello to Ox McCoy. Speaking of people that do like high, he's not high right now, though, but he's my hall monitor. His name is Jeff. He's been to Ohio. Maybe you should sign him too. I mean, he's a really good. He's a really good wrestler. He's really in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame more than anybody else, really. So maybe you should look at this guy. He's from Indiana. Maybe you could sign him too.
Okay, hey, willing to travel on. I'm willing to drive some of these guys around myself.
He would be. This is a guy. I'm telling you. You watch this guy in the ring. He was the PWF champion. He's the King of Palo winner. He's one half of the IMF tag team champions. There, he's really with a really monster as his tag team partner, and he's really good in the ring. And I would really give him an endorsement. So, and he really knows Darkron. He lived with him actually for a couple of days. He lived with him at Summer Bash. Well, thank you very much. Mr. Coleman gives you some good insights. A wrestler's worst enemy is time out of the ring, my friends. He would know because he's dealt with very serious injuries. I mean, did you ever think you were going to come back to the ring?
No, I took 9 years off. I thought it was over. I
So why'd
truly
you take?
and
Why? I get wrestlers on here all the time. Why'd you take 9 years off?
I just mentally and physically exhausted. The spot that we were wrestling at shut down.
I'm sorry.
Just, took all my equipment.
Oh, that's not good.
I was left with nothing. And dealing with all that and just nagging injuries, I was happy to call it a career at the time.
So in this 9-year period, did you think, hey, I'm going to come back to the ring one day? Or you just thought, hey.
It's kind of funny because during COVID, when you weren't allowed to do anything, I remastered all of our EWA DVDs.
My state was like the Soviet Union during COVID. So yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. So I basically went and checked and remastered all the DVDs that didn't work right, scratched up, and it kind of, it kind of got me thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. It's has it been what it's been? Has it lived up to since your comeback? I mean, you've been back out there, and how does it feel to be back out there?
A lot better than I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, maybe I would be retired by this time. Maybe that match with Mr. Scott was going to be it. Like, after seeing, I could still at least perform to a certain level, makes me want to, keep on, trying to get in where I fit in, trying to keep up, trying to keep it going every couple of events.
And that's what it's all about.
Intervening when the little punks are being little piss ants too.
I have a feeling that's going to come up here in a few minutes. But if you want to see the old EWA content, you can do that here. They've got some videos, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of old content, old footage going back in the day, and you can see some of it here. You can see when Mr. Jenkins had more hair. You can see them doing some stuff out there that maybe Mr. Jenkins isn't going to do anyway right now. But if you want to watch some of their old content, there's a bunch of it. Have fun, and it reminds me of so many others that have been on this platform. And hit the sub button for the EWA and hit the sub button for this, and I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about it. So thank you for that. Let me get to some more people in the chat. They'd like to say hello to you. Let me come back to them, and we'll do that. Also here we have Zilla. Hello to Justin Parsley. Hello to Justin. I think he'll be tuned in Monday night when Felix Jones returns. Hit the sub button for the EWA, the other account. Princess J, she's a big Justin Parsley fan. Like, she's like a big Justin Parsley fan. So she's here. And congratulations, Mr. Jenkins. That's good. How's it going, Justin? Hope he's doing well. Yeah, it's Kron. Yeah, not Korn, but a great band. Maybe you're a big Korn fan, but what can I say? You dyed your hair. That's always good. And he's only about 2 hours away from you. Boy, that's a hop skipping away. I mean, some guys travel 9 hours to go to places,
If you're an indie wrestler not traveling at least an hour, it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. And also, she has some more worry stones. Thank you for that. She sells things. They have a big show coming up in the IMF, which is where Justin is one half of the tag team champions up, and where Mr. Kron has wrestled. And they're in Palo, Iowa. And Felix is back Monday night. Drago is he's not here tomorrow. Drago is here. He's not here tomorrow, but we have Felix Jones on Monday. But we will say from Mr. Kron, I look forward to meeting everyone at the EWA. That's, I'm sure, feeling is mutual. You're going to need some help, by the way. You're going to need some help when it comes to this Cleveland Wrecking Crew. I'm going to come back to that. I appreciate the kind words on the intros. And let me get to Mr. Scott, the man that seems to be potentially the next EWA World Heavyweight Champion. I have the utmost respect for you, but Hubie, I will give him some respect, but my eyes are on that title, and I'm tired of waiting. He's tired of waiting, sir.
He has been in the EWA for about a year now. This will be his first title shot, so.
And first impressions are the most important ones. He's going to make that count. And he's going to make you regret that you beat him in the ring. I don't know. Well, Justin Parsley.
He's got his hands full with Kenny Ice Collins. I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to that. And also, Mr. Parsley, just ignore him. He's very good in the ring. He's really good in the ring. I really like watching his matches. So I really think that maybe you'll sign him too. And definitely one of the absolute best in the underground. So maybe you can sign him, and he just accept it. And takes one to know one. Much appreciated. There you go. Yeah, Corn. We're giving the devil signs for Corn. But hit the sub button for your old YouTube account. And also back to training soon, but hitting the. I did see that on Facebook. You've been hitting the gym of late, hoping to get back in the ring sooner than later. Can help. But yeah, let's definitely touch base after I'm off the air, and maybe we can talk about it on Sportswire. I hear you, buddy. My body is yelling at me every week because he announced that he's on a farewell tour, and that farewell tour, I guess, is stopping in the EWA. It's going to be stopping to an EWA arena near you. I'm excited about that.
That was a little bit of the unfinished business he was talking about on the last podcast.
Yes, he did. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the EWA is one of the stops.
And I am very excited about that. And I am very excited for people to be here, which is why I would be very excited if you joined me in hitting the sub button for the EWA. Because guess what? I hit the sub button for the EWA not once, not twice, not 3, but 4 times because I own 4 YouTube pages. So if you don't own 4 YouTube pages like me, just hit one for your account.
Hey, one's fine with me.
Yeah, he'll take one. But we'll go from there.
I can't believe we have 100 subscribers, over 100 now. I can't believe 12,000 views. Like, I never thought that we'd ever get 12,000 views in the whole time it was up, and we did it in less than a year.
You know what? The best is yet to come. The best, there's an old expression. I work in the world of politics. I had an honor to work in the New York State legislature for literally about this cup of soda. But there's an old expression: a rising tide will always lift all boats. And a rising tide will lift those boats. And the EWA is going to be that rising tide that's going to lift the underground wrestling circuit, whether it's in Ohio, whether it's all across the Midwest, the Northeast, the West, everywhere. You name it, we're going to be that. And we're going to do that here on this platform. So congratulations. And she's definitely Justin Parsley's biggest fan. He has a lot of fans, but she's the biggest. Wish you the best on your journey. Brad is a good man. Brad was one of the men that was on this platform from the very beginning, and I'm pulling for him. And wrestling is like riding a bike. No matter how long it's been, that first bump is like you never left it. You had 9 years to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate.
And well, you're gonna feel.
Then I took that first bump. I was like, oh yeah, okay, it's not that bad.
I think people are liking that joke there. And no, Drago's not here Friday. I have Felix Jones Monday. Felix Jones is here Monday. So Felix Jones is the Prince of Professional Wrestling. You might want to sign him too, but he would be on the younger side. He probably would not like you very much because he doesn't like Justin Parsley right now. He doesn't like Darkron. So if you want to sign Felix, I would recommend it, but just know that he's coming in probably to kick your butt.
Not all the young guys hate this old fart, so you never know.
True. Duly noted. I'll travel all the way. He's from my state, although I'm from downstate, but he'll travel all the way from Buffalo, New York, and bring that title. But in New York, we need a winner because we haven't won a championship in almost who knows how long. And obviously, being from Buffalo, he knows firsthand, and he wants to bring that championship home before his Bills do.
Boy, I'm from Cleveland. I know not about winning a championship for a while. So
I'm in New York City. I know nothing about winning. None of my teams.
Oh yeah.
So what am I to know? I'm not a Yankees fan, so that's basically, or a Giants fan of football. So I mean, I got nothing to show for it. So we'll leave that at that. Yes, please subscribe. Help bring passion back to our community. These guys do love wrestling. And I see a lot of people here tonight, so they definitely like you a lot. And I like you a lot. And I'm excited because I like to bring new people on here. And I like to bring wrestling back to the people because we're all wrestling married. We've gotten back to that. And Mr. Parsley, subscribe. Maybe you could, get in touch with him. I'll send him if he's the hall monster. So I'll make sure that he gets a hold of you. You might like him. I think you will. And yes, they're cousins. And Felix, see what I mean? He don't like Felix, but he's a good wrestler. And I'm from England. We don't win anything. Yeah, see what I mean? We're all.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what we're winning tonight because we're on Sportswire. That's what we're doing.
There we go.
All right, I want to come back to Mr. Jackson, but before I do that, I got something for you. I got a little gift. I'm going to come back to Jackson. I'm going to give you another shot to get a few more words. But I have to because I mean, we talked about it, and I got a final thought. I know you just want to end it and talk about the glory days.
Right.
Glory day, like 1998. No, I can't do that. I got to come back and give you a word or two on Mr. Jackson. He is also, by the way, our brand new eternal champion. But I have something for you first. I have a nice little gift because I'm a gentleman. I'm a generous individual. And especially because for those that are listening and watching here on Sportswire Radio, it is EWA Day here. So there you go. So you have your own day on all of my
platforms. Okay.
Twitch. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a nice little parting gift. But I'll give that to you when we're off the air, the physical copy. Congratulations to you and the rest of the locker room. Looking forward to having you on here more often on Sportswire Radio. This is yours. And I will give this to you when we're done. So thank you for that. And again, my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You're probably sick of hearing my name, but we are here with the one and only Hubie Jenkins. And Saturday night around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Another guy, by the way, who doesn't live too far from you. His name is Chase Wakefield. Apparently, he's a Bitcoin billionaire. He's going to talk about having a Chase Wakefield wedding invitation. The guy is getting married, but holding a wrestling super show at the same time. He'll talk about it. And maybe I'll bring you up because you don't live too far from him. I want to say hello to my boys over in EBW Extreme Basement Wrestling. They're in New York. Maybe they'll show up here, and maybe they'll find out more about you. But if you are here right now, and you're here for the first time, we're talking all things related to EWA and their upcoming show, which is One Day Melee. And say May Day here coming up by hitting the sub button for them because they have a YouTube page. And if you're here, whether you're from EBW, whether you're here from IMF, whether you're here from all these wonderful companies that come on to Sportswire, IMF, ROEW, DKW, yeah, I said DKW, Once Upon a Time, Nonstop Action Wrestling, NSAW, you know who you are. Hit the sub button for the EWA. And also, we're getting ready for the Extreme Kingdom in EWW. But you know what? I got all that out of the way. And I know you're a busy man. And you got to run. You got to prepare for One Day Melee. But if you had any final words out there for our eternal champion, Mr. Carlos Jackson, what would they be?
Yeah, I got to give credit where credit's due. He won that Wasp Battle Royal. So, congratulations to him. I can't take away his success. He earned it.
That's it. That's all you got to say. Gentlemanly. I mean, come on. You got to certainly. I'm sure you seem mad at him. You seem like you just. That's all you got for me. That's it.
I'm taking the high road out of respect for his own thing.
Is that because you're the high authority? Come on.
I mean,
all you got.
I will call him a little pissant. That's for sure.
You call him a pissant. Wow, that you do sound like an elder pissant.
I don't say that. But if you're really dragging it out of me.
Well, my grandfather used that, and he's like dead for like 30 years. I was like a baby. You pissant. I don't remember what he sounded like. I haven't heard that since I don't know, like the 50s. I mean, but you are old. You're an old guy, so obviously you, the old man in you, is calling Carlos Jackson a pissant, right? That just want to make sure, right? That's what you call him.
If you're gonna put me on the spot, yes.
Yeah.
He's acting like one. Yes.
So do you think he should apologize to you? Do you think that he should maybe, I don't know, just maybe have a change of heart and maybe just stop or maybe instead of nonstop disrespecting?
That's all I'm asking for. Just the less of the disrespect. Sure. Yeah.
So
I'm not looking for apology. I'm not looking for
because I know back in the day, right? Because you're a little older, right? Corporal punishment was a thing, and people would get hit with the belt, and they would get soap in their mouth. I mean, so you
licking with the stick, yeah.
You probably want to do those things to him, right?
If I had to slap the taste out of his mouth for the way he talks to some people around here, I wouldn't. Wouldn't be against it.
Well, you know what? You said, and I hear where you're coming from, and I know that's some strong words.
I'm really trying to take the high road here.
I don't blame you. Listen, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, and I understand where you're coming from, but apparently now I have received word that there is someone here that wants to address some of the things you said here tonight. They want to come on here and obviously greet you, and I don't know who these people are. But they've decided that after you coming on here representing the EWA, that they feel strongly enough to come on here and introduce themselves to the world. Now, I know this is your show tonight. We're in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters, the platform where Rhino and Savio Vega came on here, but they have requested they come on here to have a chat with you. And being the elder that you are, would you like to bring them on, or what?
Sure, why not?
You sure?
I'm always looking for a new voice or two to critique.
All right, well, you are the listen, and I know you want to slap the taste out of my mouth being the elder that you are, but it's not about me. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage that is Sportswire Radio, let me introduce. Wait a minute! It's the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. It is the eternal champion himself, Carlos Jackson, and DJ. So the man that just defeated Hubie Jenkins in action here. And fellas,
how's that shoulder, Will? Hubie? How's that shoulder, Hubie?
Take it away.
How's your shoulder feeling, Hubie?
It's actually loosened up and feels near 100%. Thank you. Thank you for the concern.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's good for now. You just better watch your back, because we're still coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. I got to watch my back. I confront you guys. I'll confront you face to face. And you guys are talking about watch your back. Sounds about right. Your uncle never would tell me to watch my back. Your uncle would get in my business, get right in front of me and tell
you anything.
Oh, he's hooked me up.
My uncle was the greatest heel in WoW.
Hey, your uncle never was a heel for me. I mean, he might have kicked me in the spine and I felt tinglies up my arms and legs. But that was just in a match. And that was nothing personal.
Champ, Mr. Jenkins has said a lot about you tonight. I want to give you the opportunity because you are the man. Obviously, congratulations, by the way, on winning the Battle Royal, winning the Eternal Championship. And he has said, Mr. Jenkins has said a lot tonight. He called you a pissant just now. I mean, that's a term. I mean, my grandfather said that like 30 years ago, and he's been dead for like 30 years. I mean, like, that's a term that they used like back in the roaring 20s. I mean, you know, he called you a pissant. How did that make you feel?
It just shows me proof that this old man has no respect for us upcomers anymore. He's stuck in the past. He's stuck in the past. He doesn't accept the fact that DJ Storm, my buddy right here, is going to beat Kenny Collins for the EWA World Heavyweight Championship. Or we're both going to be dominant, and we're going to be holding down in EWA for a very long time.
I see. And how does it feel, Camp, being the Eternal Champion, winning that at the Battle Royal? What did that mean to you?
It feels really nice knowing that I actually accomplished something that Will hasn't been able to do for over 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's only been like 11 or 12 since
I don't know anybody named. You know, whoa. I think I heard something here. You said Will. I don't know anybody named Will. So that sounds like this is getting personal here because Will. I mean, the people here in the chat, they don't even know anybody named Will. His name's Hubie. So this sounds like this is personal. And Mr. Jackson, obviously this sounds like that you don't respect Hubie Jenkins. You don't feel that he should be, he called himself a part-time wrestler. He called himself part-time. Basically, he can't hack it with what you're doing and what DJ's doing and the others like you. So obviously you must feel that this part-timer, he doesn't belong here in the EWA. I would imagine you feel that way.
He belongs behind the camera.
He belongs in a nursing home.
He called himself a cameraman. He actually just
he calls himself a cameraman. He better stay the cameraman. You think what we did to Sugar Daddy Mo was bad? Wait until we get to you. Just saying that.
You jumped Sugar Daddy Mo. You know, once his ACL heals, that's going to backfire against you guys. You know,
I'm looking at it like this though right now. It's 2-on-1. You should be watching your back. Are you sure that you can handle this? I mean, we saw what Mr. Jackson did at the Battle Royal. DJ Storm beat you in action recently. You sure you can handle this?
Well, I also got my buddy Joe Payne, who is on the same grounds as me, so don't forget him.
He got, but
Joe Payne is just an overrated nerd.
What's the record for me and Joe 1-on-1?
Oh yeah, undefeated. You
1-on-1. Have you guys ever wrestled 1-on-1? I remember a 2-on-1 match.
No, there was 1-on-1.
Both you guys versus Joe Payne. I remember that one. I don't remember a 1-on-1.
Well, I mean,
I remember that 2-on-1 gauntlet match.
I gotta tell you, Mr. Jenkins, there's no question that I want to see you do well here, but these guys, they're younger, they're stronger, and how are you going to come up with this?
I definitely have the veteran experience. I got the know-how. And don't think I'm not afraid to take it.
But you're too old. You need to retire.
Take a shortcut or two myself. Lord knows, watch some of my older videos, you'll see that real fast.
But these guys aren't concerned about that. Listen, we saw what Mr. Jackson did at the battle. He even said he's going to exceed his uncle's legacy. And
good luck.
You're just in the way.
But good luck.
You're just a fork on the road for him. He's just gonna go and look at this man. Look at his size. Look at what he brings to him. Look at his partner. He's beating you already in action. You basically were the veteran in that match, and you kind of let it go. You were doing things in the ring. We showed the footage. You were doing things that yesterday you could do, not today.
Yeah,
you're gonna beat these guys. I mean, Mr. Jenkins, I like you a lot. You're a good man. You're a good man. You've done so much for our sport, but these guys are younger. They're stronger. They're quicker. I mean, how are you going to adapt like Robert Scott has?
I just got to go back to the drawing board, try to figure out what I did right.
But
I just can't let him.
You lose age. You lose time. These guys, look at them. Look at what we're saying here right now. This man, he's got the eternal championship. Look at DJ Storm. I mean, these guys, I hope that you can do this. I'm hoping, but what I'm seeing right now is that these guys are primed and poised. Joe Payne, look what they did to him. You know, look at what they've done to almost anybody that they've gone through in action, and you're included.
Yeah, we already went through Joe Payne.
Joe Payne's done.
You're done.
Whoever steps in front of us next I feel bad.
No.
I don't. They deserve it.
They're not showing the respect that we need. So
all I know is I just made one mistake against DJ Storm. I hit that corner when he wasn't there. I just got to figure out a way to pick up that half step.
Next time isn't going to be you're as lucky. Who's to say? You've given them ammunition tonight. You've been on here talking about the way you don't agree with them. You've talked about, calling them different names, such as a pissant, and talking about their uncle and how he meant to you. And they don't seem to be phased. In fact, they're so annoyed by some of the things that you've said tonight. They're here right now. They're here.
I was trying to take the high road, but they're going to come on here and call me out. Well,
yeah.
I'm going against you, Mr. Jackson. It's going to be for that Eternal Championship. So who knows? How long has it been since I won the Eternal Championship? Well, when we wrestle on the 17th, it might not be that long because maybe I'm going to take home that title then.
Hubie,
as soon as you get it, you're going to lose it. You ever think of that?
If I put the title on the line, right? I wouldn't even, no offense to my buddy DJ Storm, I wouldn't need him on my side to beat you. I could have my hand tied behind my back.
So he's going to stay in the back?
With a blindfold, hands behind my back, I would still beat you.
Yeah.
You seen what I did at the Battle Royal. I didn't need my buddy DJ Storm's help. And look what happened. I threw every single man over that top rope.
And became your new turn champion.
Sir. Got to give credit where credit's due. You did.
But that's got to worry you, though, Mr. Jenkins. I asked you that question at the beginning of the show, and we talked about this. And that has to phase you to some extent, I would have to imagine.
He threw three of his best out there.
Not like they're the worst. They couldn't hang with you.
Hi.
Nobody can hang with us.
No.
I hope you have some higher authority to be able to put up an effort here. And get one up on Mr. Jackson and Mr. Storm, but right now they're here and they've taken over. They've taken over your show tonight. They have taken over here, and look at this. Look at these men, ladies and gentlemen. They have come in here. They're the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. The Cleveland Wrecking Crew, and on top of that, the EWA is coming to Cleveland. These guys are going to be bringing the Cleveland Wrecking Crew mentality, their style. It's coming to Cleveland. We talked about Cleveland rocking. These guys are going to figuratively and literally rock it. And while Mr. Jenkins, they will certainly could be singing "We Will Rock You" next Sunday at One Day Melee.
Yeah, I'm ready to put up a fight.
You ready?
Win, lose, or draw. They're getting everything they can out of me.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, because I know obviously we have a lot to get to, and I know we're coming up toward the end of the segment tonight here. And if you are here, do me a favor. Please hit the sub button for the EWA. But I want to give you guys the opportunity before we get to closing thoughts. If you want to ask each other a question, or if there's something that you want to get off your chest toward one another, that could be from anybody that wants to start out here. Because obviously I could see it's a very tense right now segment tonight, Mr. Jenkins, and I could see it right now between the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. I mean, look at DJ Storm. I mean, this man is like a caged animal. He's just ready to just be unloosed. And look at Carlos Jackson. You know, you talked about Chuck Jackson, but look at this man right now. Look at his point. Look at just what he's done. And I wouldn't want to be your shooter right now, but if any of you guys have something to say to each other, ask each other a question, would you have that opportunity here? Or you'd like to do that before maybe we get to closing thoughts and such?
I feel free to answer any question that Mr. Hubie has.
You want to ask Mr. Jackson or Mr. Storm before we get ready for next Sunday? You have something you want to say to them or anything, or any final things?
Okay, yeah. No, let's even forget me. I just wondered, what do you guys have a problem with Uncle Chuck for so much? That's the question I want to ask.
Do you want to do the honors, or should I?
You got it.
Okay. Well, first of all, it feels good to be one part of the Jackson side of the family that actually has something part of EWA that actually accomplished something in his actual career. Unlike my, what do they call him? What's his name? What's that uncle? What's our uncle's name? What's his name? Whatever that scum's name is, it feels good to actually hold a title for once and bring home a title to my family, my cousin DJ Storm right here.
Yeah, that Wasp Memorial Battle Royal
they should really name it.
Put the footage up here right there. Camp obviously wanted to show it for the audience, to show it for the world, and obviously we respect you, and I mean, obviously, you winning it, and there it is. There's the footage, and you can hit the sub button for the EWA. And, I mean, that's what you bring to the table. What you've done, you threw all these men out, and you threw them out like sacks of potatoes. And that's why you're on top right now.
Simple as it is. It was pretty easy. They had to jump me in the beginning. They still couldn't get the upper hand on me, as it was.
And how those chops feeling?
Those chops felt pretty solid.
You ate them.
I ate them though, and I still won the Battle Royal. That doesn't change a thing.
And Kenny better watch out, because I am going to take his title.
So you guys have more gold in sight. You guys, I mean, we know Robert Scott had won the domination, the tournament. He won to get that shot, but you guys just don't want to. We respect Robert Scott very much.
But he just needs to
stay
away.
His old self. He needs to back up from the company a little bit, so us young bucks can actually get.
You know what? The funny thing you said, because I had brought that up in the show, and when Mr. Jenkins was here, we were talking to him, and we had brought up that sometimes young whippersnappers like you guys feel like older veterans like Hubie Jenkins and others take away spots from you guys. It's the young guys' time now to shine. It's the youth. We're the youth of the underground. We're the youth of the wrestling nation, and you guys are that. And maybe that's also something you feel. You feel that Hubie Jenkins and others are taking away from what you want to do here, which is take over.
Yes. You see, I've only been in this company for a few months, as you could tell from these videos right here. And look what I've already did. Look, I've already pointed my name out there to anyone that has faced me one-on-one. Anybody that has a problem with me, you're more than welcome to hit my DMs. I probably won't hit back because I'm too busy trying to hold up for the family at home, doing the family business, unlike Chuck Jackson did.
Ooh.
He was too busy, always injured. His shoulders hurting too bad. Talk about shoulders. How's Zach Riot's?
Sugar Daddy Mo.
And the ambulance is coming ready for Hubie Jenkins. They're getting ready for next Sunday. They are getting ready. The ambulance is parked at the EWA Arena because they know that Hubie Jenkins is very well be having to be carted out on a stretcher into an ambulance. He may need medical attention. If the way the Cleveland Wrecking Crew get their way. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Johnny joke here. The ambulance is parked out of the EWA Arena. The Cleveland Wrecking Crew's already got on the phone and said, listen, ambulance, be on standby because next Sunday on EWA's YouTube page at EWA Central, we're going to see Carlos Jackson and Hubie Jenkins, and it's going to be with their high authority that the EMT is going to need to show their power to put Mr. Jenkins on that stretcher to make sure that he safely gets to an Ohio hospital to make sure that he can live out the rest of his life because his wrestling career could very well end next Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen,
they're Sugar Daddy's Mo's.
They're there already. They're there, Mr. Jenkins. You may have to postpone August 17th. You might have to stick to being a cameraman because this is what these guys have done here right now on Sportzwire Radio.
That's the second one. Whoever interferes on that match, I feel bad.
That's for Kenny.
That's going to be for Kenny.
Mr. Jenkins, call this off. Call this off for your family. Call
Kenny.
this off for your loved
That's
ones.
going to be for you, Kenny.
Your friends. They've got 2 EMTs already set up for you. One with your name, one for anybody else that comes in and helps.
The other was for Kenny.
Kenny Collins.
Oh, the Iceman.
Yeah.
Listen, forget about him being the Iceman.
Not calling anything else.
You sure?
He may be Kenny the Ice, but he can't handle a storm. DJ
That was the most cliche thing I ever heard.
Well, I don't know about the cliche. It ain't gonna matter because we are the
Just shut up. You're too old to be talking. You need to be in a nursing home. You should have been in a nursing home.
Oh. Well, you know what? Before we move on, let me get to the chat. A lot of people, they're really fired up. It got dragged out. We're here with the Wrecking Crew right now. We've got the eternal champion Carlos Jackson, his cousin DJ Storm, and maybe that could be a possibility. And slap a little more than that, big boy. Whatever that might be, hit the sub button for us in the EWA. That's right. You tell them, whippersnappers. Darker, now this guy apparently is coming through to EWA, and he's talking to you guys. Another older guy, another elder statesman. Yep. He might have you guys in his sights. This is an underground OG, he calls himself. And it
don't matter how many legends come at us. I already beat Zach Riot for the #1 contender match against Kenny. I'm going to take out any veteran that steps my way.
Maybe, listen, Mr. Kron, he should focus to stay in Michigan, stay wrestling in the state of Michigan, because the Cleveland Wrecking Crew, what they're doing, what they're telling the world right now is just forget about it. Hubie Jenkins, you're a good man. I don't know.
Mr. Kron, these are promises. These aren't warnings. These are going to be promises. You bring your ass to EWA, you won't be walking out.
Yeah,
I'll make sure they're deterring empty outside
right now. And now coming back home, maybe not a good idea. He wants to teach you guys manners, but you're telling him don't do it. You're telling him
stay at home, stay with your family. We don't want to put you in a hospital.
Your family don't need to be in
we've
that
got 2 EMTs already lined up. 2 EMTs that are parked until next Sunday. I
will get a third one just for Mr. Kron himself.
You know what? Well, 301. Robert Scott's saying he's joining in against Hubie Jenkins. Maybe so.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you, Mr. Scott. We respect you very much.
I see that.
Please stay away from my title for a little while. I'll give you the chance eventually.
I want to tell to my buddy Blaze the Bingo Hole. Please check out Blaze on his page. He does a great job. And, I have no problem with you guys. I was always willing to help elevate you, but now you're on my radar. I want the world title. Don't care who has it.
Okay, that's very interesting.
You're going to have to get through me, Mr. Scott.
And you know what?
That's not going to end up too good for you.
this next Sunday. We're gonna find that out. Also, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that. But obviously, he ain't no much of a fan of you guys. So obviously, I could see that there. Okay, I see that the talking is coming near to an end. I mean, you guys have any final words? I mean, I'll go with the Cleveland Wrecking Crew first. You guys have anything else you want to say? Obviously, an honor to have you guys on here. Certainly, you've come on here to tell the world what we're going to see next Sunday. But would you guys like to have any final words or anything else that we should know to promote about you guys?
I just want to thank you for having us on your podcast. Obviously, we appreciate.
We're very excited to have the EWA join Sportswire Radio. So we're very excited to have you all on here. Certainly, post
because of us.
Yeah, look at us.
Mr.
How thankful Mr. Jenkins should be. We actually got him a trophy that he does not deserve.
And all we gotta really say is. Hubie walks your back. Kenny, walk your back.
Mr. Robert Scott,
Wrecking Crew is taking over.
Mr. Robert Scott, we respect you, but don't come at us, please. Just stay at home.
We don't. You should just stay with your family, man. You don't need to be in the hospital.
Boy, Mr. Jenkins, I tell you what, you are a good man, but you have your spot has been taken already by the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. But Darkron says this is a man that has fought cancer. This is a man that has fought serious hand injuries to be back in this ring. This is his farewell tour, and he's hoping that it ends better than it will for John Cena. And he's coming to the EWA to start
We're
the
going
dark.
to end it than John Cena's. We're going to end it way quicker than Cena's.
Mr. Kron, we're going to end your early career for you. We're going to end him leaving in an ambulance.
I really want you to meet this guy. You got to meet him. And he's coming to the EWA arena. You should be the first ones to greet him. You should greet him, and then maybe he'll change his mind and he'll go back to Michigan where he wrestles. So maybe that's where you could you could greet him in the EWA arena, and maybe he won't show up.
We will greet him. We will meet him. He'll see us. That's the last thing he'll see in EWA is our face.
I tell you what, this is getting interesting here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Scott says that he's got you, I guess, so he's counting on you beating Kenny Iceman Collins. So I'll tell you what, the Ice Train could be coming, but we'll have to find that out. Yes, congratulations on EWA Day.
Robert, you're too old. You're not built for this anymore, man.
He's even older than Hubie Jenkins.
You're gonna have broken bones.
I don't know. I tell you what, these elder statesmen are going to have to figure it out quick because next Sunday is certainly coming rapidly right around the corner. But Mr. Jenkins, I want to pass the baton to you. I want to give you some closing thoughts. This was your show. I have my elders here and give you that opportunity for some final words and anything else you'd like to plug, share, or say in promoting the EWA. Please do so.
Can we get the kids to go to bed for I could talk?
They're on mic. They're on mute.
Okay, thank you.
Got the last word tonight.
Okay. Well, I just want to say we're having EWA event number 236. That is August 17th.
Cool.
You can watch it with extra bonus behind-the-scenes footage on LiveMe, EWA Central.
Okay.
And it will be on YouTube, usually within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, you can see me whoop Bobby Eagle Jr.'s ass. That little scumbird.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's obviously great. And I want to one more time promote the EWA YouTube page. And congratulations on 236 events, Mr. Jenkins. I want to.
I never thought we were going to make it this far when we started. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you know what? You've made it here, and you got a couple of new subscribers tonight, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the EWA pages. I also want to put up the other EWA page for us before we go. So if we have some people out there that want to subscribe to that as well, I would really appreciate that very much. Hit the subscription button for the EWA old page. Live it. Love EWA. We definitely live it, love it, and definitely sounds like a Led Zeppelin record. Live it, love it.
It's kind of inspired from that.
Yeah, I figured that because they come out to new metals, you come out to old metals. So yeah, that's not surprised, but that's okay. No, there's no shade there. We love everybody, but hit the sub button there for them, and that will be great. And I do want to say hello to Mr. Brad, who certainly was a world champion once upon a time in the UK. And yeah, we'll talk when we're off the air. And this is the EWA. Please hit the sub button for them. Also, if you're here right now, do me a favor, hit the sub button for me, my account. If you're here for the first time, you want to see more EWA, you want to see more Sportswire Radio content, you can do that by hitting our subscription button at Sportswire Radio 6579. Also hit the sub button for my old YouTube account, which is here right now. We're also live on that. We're also on the PWF pages, and please support, and we'll have plenty of EWA coverage post August 17th. Who knows? Mr. Jackson might be back here. Mr. Jenkins might be back here. Anybody from the locker room is open to being here. We'll make that happen. But hit the sub button for me. Hit the sub button for my YouTube account at Sportswire Radio 6579. And fellas, thank you so much. This has been definitely a lot of fun. I think things have gotten a little bit more interesting on Sportswire Radio, the underground wrestling circuit, and also especially in the EWA on that road to event 236 one-day melee. And congratulations, fellas, in going to Cleveland here coming up later this winter. I think this is going to be getting really interesting. And they say Cleveland rocks, but you guys are going to rock it and some. So congratulations, fellas, on that. And thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for having me.
And these guys too, you want to thank them for being here? No, I don't want to do that right now.
No, we don't need his thanks. No.
Okay, I think I got the point. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for being here. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryson. Alongside me is the Cleveland Wrecking Crew. We've got the reigning, defending, brand new Eternal Champion, Carlos Jackson. We've also got his cousin, DJ Stone, who recently in action defeated our guest here to kick things off, the legendary 15-time EWA champion, the higher authority himself, Mr. Hubie Jenkins. And you can watch them in action coming up next Sunday. It'll be on the EWA YouTube channel within the week. You can check it all out. Subscribe to all their pages. Also, the Facebook group, EWA Central. Please join that. And also, it is EWA Day here on Sportswire Radio. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I should be here at some point tomorrow, to be determined. But until then, this is the EWA. Please support them. And I think a lot of people are going to certainly have their eyes open from all you guys tonight. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio station, that is Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to the EWA. Thank you, fellas. Looking forward to having you on here post next Sunday. And we'll see everybody tomorrow here on Sportswire Radio. Have a great night.
Yep.